Yeah, Chan, bro. The elephants is a part of it, though.
I'm not cleaning no elephants.
We clean elephants in Thailand?
Thailand.
No.
You get in the water.
No, I'm
The only
cool.
reason I didn't get in the water, because they poop in the water. But the people like, oh, it's safe. It's just plants. I don't believe that.
I'm not cleaning an elephant.
No, I'm not.
That's ridiculous.
And too, like, how is that fun or vacation to clean up an elephant in the water?
It's tradition. It's part of what the tourists do, and it's a big piece of their tourism economics.
What would you call the people from Thailand? Thailandians? Thai or just regular Thai?
Yeah.
Oh, well, hell, I'm stupid. Well, I'm not Thai, and I ain't got to do their traditions.
Hey, Fred, my tradition in my house is you got to vacuum the floor when you come over, so.
When you come over, vacuum the floor.
Everybody picked their poison. That wasn't my thing.
Yeah. That's the crowd approach.
That ain't my thing.
That's because you rich, though, Fred. People like me don't go to Thailand.
What's up, bro? Good? Cooling, for
Brother,
sure.
welcome. Yes, sir.
Big man still running.
No doubt.
Hey.
Trying to, man. Trying to.
Yeah, see, that's the difference. That's that Fred Taylor tax bracket. Them slippers right there.
Man, he got his own tax bracket.
Yeah, I already know. Like that
These
don't.
cheat ones, man.
That's that good money.
Man,
Hold up, limitless. Take a stomach, got a pin in it. I fought the head to witness it. Got my people feeling militant. Way I'm feeling, got me up. On the mission, got me up. Knowing me, I got the key. Only vision I can trust. Limitless. Take a stomach, got a pin in it. I fought the head to witness it. Got my people feeling militant.
Demarcus Lawrence, man, welcome to the Pivot. Shannon Crowder, Ryan Clark, Fred Taylor, Pivot fam. Thank y'all for pivoting with us on the training camp tour. I think the first thing, man, is when you're in one place for so long and your name becomes synonymous with that team. You were a leader in Dallas, one of the most physical players on the team, one of the most respected players on the team. What's it like now trying to take all the things you've learned there and apply that in Seattle, which is a totally different atmosphere?
I feel like it's the same, really. You know, still got a younger group of guys coming in, hungry for the game. And, you know, really just your expertise over the years, just got to feed them and just, you know, really just show them the love, you know, that this game requires. This game can take a lot from you, but it also gives a lot too. So, you know, just showing them how to go out there and get it, you know, and just take it one day at a time.
Bro, is it a reset? Because when you a vet, we all know we played for a while.
Yeah.
Now you can, you know, I can come off this edge. I ain't really working you.
Yeah.
But now you come to a new place. Do you gotta show them, hey, I'm still that dude now? Don't act crazy. Like to go from somewhere where you were respected, everybody knew them tackles ain't want to see you.
Right.
Now you go to a new place. Okay, y'all gotta see me now.
Nah, I feel like they still know what's up. You know what I'm saying? Nah, they know what's up, man. But it's, you know, it's just more of, you know, just being able to, you know, get to a place where your teammates trust you. Mm-hmm. You know, if you playing slow and, you know, the guys behind you don't know if you in one gap or the other, it makes them, you know, play a little slower. So, you know, just being able to get out there and, you know, go fast so, you know, the guys behind you trust you.
Coming here, smaller market, leaving Dallas, obviously a lot of media attention there. But you have the spotlight and then you have substance, right? Do you feel like, what's your approach in that? Has that been a big difference, a change for you since you got here?
So my understanding of the game is entertainment comes with it. You know, you have to be an entertainer, you know, at this level of football. You know, Dallas made me understand that, but, you know, now that I'm in Seattle, you know, and I have an opportunity to just focus strictly on ball, you know, that's what I'm looking for. So yeah. I'm in the right position.
Mm-hmm. I think that is my question, though. Why Seattle and why now?
Well, first and foremost, the one door got closed on me. Mm-hmm. That's why. And then second, I mean, you know, I had a great opportunity, a young team, a hungry head coach that's defensive minded. I know my journey wasn't over playing football, so I mean, one door closed, and shoot, I still wanted to play, so I chose Seattle.
D-Law, what's that like? I've been through it, you know, but I was an undrafted guy, you know, so I always had the feeling that no place was truly home.
Yeah.
Right? That at some point they'd get rid of me, they'd be tired of me, they'd be able to replace me. Mm-hmm. When you do what you were able to do in Dallas, when the film is still hot the way it was. I mean, there were times on TV, man, I would say when other teams are running the football, I was like, man, but they ain't running at him.
Yeah.
Right? He's inverting the line of scrimmage. How difficult is it to deal with that door closing, knowing what you had already given that organization?
I mean, the first couple of months was difficult. You know, I got to make a decision, uproot my family out of their natural habitat and, you know, change a lot of things. But, I mean, the main thing is still football. You know, no matter what jersey you put on or what number you have, you know, go out there and play the same game you've been playing. So, I mean, it was hard the first couple of months, you know. I had to get used to it, you know. It's like, oh, I'm a Seahawk now. You know, like, nah, you ain't no Cowboy. So, but, you know, overall, like, you know, the game don't change. So, yeah, that's the main thing.
Was the breakup, was it nasty? Was it, you know what I'm saying? Because now, even now, what's going on with Micah and all, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's, and to Ryan's point, it's all, you know, everything that goes on in Dallas.
Yeah.
We didn't really hear a lot about your stuff. It was just like, oh, damn, he a Seahawk now. Was it nice? Was it mutual? Was it, you know, how did it go for you to be somewhere so long and then we don't need you no more?
That's basically how it was. It was, I don't think it was nasty. It was more of, thank you, D-Law, for everything that you done. You know, we decided to, you know, move elsewhere. So it's like, all right, cool. It's your business, your organization. Mm-hmm. Do whatever you feel, but that don't mean like D-Law gonna sit down because you decide to go another way, you know. So that's all it was.
Yeah, RC kind of touched on the mental shift in the mindset of having been somewhere for so long and then having to make this transition.
Yeah.
It reminds me of my 11 years in Jacksonville. You did 11 in Dallas. Then I went on to play 2 more in New England. I know that offseason, I was like, all right, I'm going to show people I still got it. And I went and I earned a starting job and I was able to play and do all those things. How has your offseason been, this offseason in preparation to come join your new ball club versus how they had been before?
Dealing with a different coaching staff and, you know, different teammates, different environment. It's really been the same, man. Getting out the ball, making sure I'm winning my one-on-ones, you know, let the hands lead the eyes. Really going back to the details of being a D lineman. You know, once I go through those details, it's really like second nature now, you know. So I don't think nothing really has changed. It's more of, you know, just the jersey and, you know, different attitude of a team.
When you see people at the height of their game, it's always fun to look to where they came from, right? To be in South Carolina, to have to go to JUCO.
Yeah.
Like, you had to work your way to get here. You know, coming out of school, at least a lot of people thought you were supposed to be a first rounder based on talent. Obviously, the film has said that. Some of the setbacks, man, you had at Boise and, you know, missing some games and some of those things, just bad decisions, mistakes. What did that time teach you to allow you to be the man you are today and the leader you became?
Yeah, y'all boys did y'all research. All right. You know, those times definitely did, you know, show me, you know, I couldn't be a kid going into a grown man's business. You know, I had times when, you know, I got suspended for, you know, protecting the teammate, you know, but it's like, all right, I'm going to take that lick because, you know, I potentially saved a guy's life, you know. So it's like, you know, small things that happen to you, you can have good intentions, but bad things can still happen. You know what I mean? Or you can have bad intentions.
The road to hell is
you know what I
paved with good
mean?
intentions.
So I feel like I had good intentions, but, you know, I still got the short end of the stick. So, but that also showed me, like, shoot, out of sight, out of mind, you know. You don't have to be everywhere that everyone's at, you know. You know, more of my social life is more to myself and to my family, you know, because of things that don't happen in my past. So, you know, it really just, you know, made me grow up as a man and, you know, see things from, you know, a different perspective.
So today at practice, we saw a few fights. And you say you was helping out your teammates. Both teams, it's different than when I was playing.
Yeah.
Because I see both teams, everybody emptying the bench and everybody running out there.
Yeah.
They asked me, and I know he's gonna talk, but they asked me, they say, Freddie, you ain't never fight, huh? He was the instigator.
Yeah.
I never fought.
D-Law, this man never had a practice fight, though.
Yeah.
Now, come
Not
on.
one?
Now,
Look, I'm the bread and butter. You want your you want your star player to get hurt?
You right.
See, so what Coughlin said
See
was
you
this.
lock up?
What Coughlin said was this: they're gonna get fined for fighting. You're gonna break something. You increase the liability, injuries. If I go out there, I'm putting myself in harm's way, right?
Yeah.
I go out there and break it up. Nah, they fighting, right?
Right.
So as a vet, what do you think about training camp fights? Because y'all whole team ran out there. That's what y'all supposed to do?
I mean, if he's your brother, you ain't gonna let
They
your
my
brother.
brother
You know.
too.
Yeah, so I mean, you go out there and make sure you can pull your brother out the scuffle. I mean, you ain't gotta, intentionally lock up or, throw fists, but, protect your brother at all costs. I mean, if you see something thrown, like, you might have to get in there. You feel me? So.
I mean, maybe it's just a defensive
I
thing.
want to be your teammate. I don't want to be your teammate.
I ain't never said I was gonna go in there and start throwing them things. That's a different
D-Lo,
story.
but to what Fred is talking about, though, this defense can be really good.
Yeah.
Right? Mike McDonald's a great defensive mind. You and Leonard up front, man, two of the best to do it in this era. Right? And then also, you think about what you guys got on the back end. 2 Pro Bowl corners, a Pro Bowl safety, Kobe Bryant who's coming along. You draft Nick. How exciting is it to be on this defense now as an older player, realizing how much young talent Seattle has on that side of the ball?
Oh, it's beautiful, man. It's just, it makes me feel younger, having all those dogs around you, it's like, shoot, everybody else excited, getting in on the fun. I got to, join in on the fun too. So it makes you more hungry, makes you want to get after it, knowing you got dogs with you.
Yeah.
Is it different playing for a defensive coach? Because I know you played for both in your career, but defensive dudes are, like Fred just brought up, defensive dudes are different. Defensive coaches are different.
Yeah.
I had Saban, then I had Cam Cameron, who was the most pleasant, terrible fucking coach I've ever played for in my life. Like, now playing for a defensive dude, is it a different approach to the game? Is it a different thing for y'all? Is the team set differently playing for a guy with that mindset?
I mean, it's different from me, my whole career I only had offensive-minded coaches. And, now that I do have a defensive, coach, I like it. I like it a lot. The way he processed things, instead of, the D-line running everything, like he implemented D-line stunts into, his packages, so it's like, I don't really have to think too much. All I got to do is go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how do you get back to 2017-18 form when you had double-digit sacks? Or are you already there? Just got sick.
Get me some new knees and some new ankles. I don't think no man can, rewrite history. The only thing we can do is learn from our mistakes and, try to get better that way. I'm definitely smarter and, my technique is way more cleaner. Most of the time I know what the offense is doing before they do it. So, just taking that to the field, lining up and, being ready and being present with my guys, making sure my guys are ready, we'll be all right.
What are those little things? Because RC and I, we both played double-digit. We played 13 years each.
Yeah.
You're slowly approaching that. And you mentioned the physical side of it starts to diminish a little bit. But there are other things you can do to kind of help you stay at the top of your game. For you, what are some of those little extra, things away from the field that you might do so you can give yourself the best opportunity to go and excel?
Pray, meditate, eat healthy, treatment, lots of treatment, But things on the field, that you can do is really watch film, pay attention to your keys, let your keys lead you, and like once you start to dissect your key, like you'll start to see so many more things that offenses are doing. Motioning with the tight ends, zips. A lot of teams like to run towards the zip. It's like, all right, cool. Yeah.
Hey, bro, we talked about this before. I've talked about this a number of times on the show. So you praying to go get a sack.
I know what he about to ask.
That damn tackle praying God that you can't get past
I knew
him.
this
Like,
was
you
coming.
think God favors the team? Because y'all both asking God to do y'all's job, bro. Like, I'm a Christian. I go to church with my kid. We do devotionals every night.
Yeah.
Ain't there a football game. I said, God, let me make this tackle. Because that damn running back is telling God, don't let me make this tackle.
I feel like God does, answers individuals' prayers, but it's about who's more connected, who's spending that more time with him, who's understanding his voice and can move when he tells you to move, instead of you hearing it and, it's like, well, shoot, I ain't ready for that, or I don't want to move like that. I want to do it my way, so that's why I take the shots that I take out there on the field, because it's like, shoot, if you tell me to go, I'm gonna go. You tell me to go to Seattle, I'm gonna go to Seattle.
So you think God saw me at Tootsie's and didn't let me make that interception?
Yeah, he definitely seen you in there.
Hey, no question.
You ain't gonna get a
Hey, the J1 Chad, we don't know what he said afterwards, but he know for sure he saw you in there. He everywhere, even in those spots.
I'm telling you.
You know, also too, Chad, favor ain't fair. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes God's no's are wait a second. Or God's no's are a redirection. And I think, you're in a place where, you get to realize that. Now, I want to ask a question about championships.
Championships?
Yeah, the place you come from, it is about entertainment. And it is about the star and the fact that we could generate money and we don't have to win rings. Seattle had LOB where they became a championship organization. They're trying to get back there now, but for you individually, time is running out.
Right.
How important is it for you to be here and have an opportunity to compete to win the entire thing?
Yeah, man, it's very important. Like that's all I was thinking about this whole offseason. Do I hang it up or do I go and compete for, opportunity to win a championship? And from my head coach to, my D-line and my whole defense and, my offense now, my offense been looking pretty well and, I'm liking what I'm seeing. So, I feel like we got the right culture here, but also we building something that, can't be torn down, just by, the media or, outside figures. We building a true brotherhood. So, I'm all for it, man. And, for championships, man, I look at it like, the playoffs are a big tournament, like it's one game, if you don't make it that game, it ain't like basketball, you got 7, so it's really all about, you being on your best foot forward on that day. Once we get through the regular season, that's when we'll start thinking about championships.
Have you had much time or spent much time with Cooper Kupp?
Yeah, we talk every now and then.
Uh-huh. Yeah. How's his transition been? Is it similar in your conversations or what's different?
I think Coop is from Washington, around this Washington area. So, it's more of he's back home. And me, I'm 10,000 miles away from home. So, but, I don't know. I got to ask him more about that transition because he's basically still in the same division, so it's a little different.
If you were in Oxnard for the last 3 weeks or what would be Dallas now, we all see from the outside what's going on with your former teammate, your former team. What would be advice you could give to Micah Parsons as he now deals with trying to figure out how he handles his contract negotiations?
That's a shaky situation, man. You have an owner on one hand that's basically asking him to go prove it and, play another year. But, you got a young star on the other hand. It's like, I already done proved enough to you. You got to pay me my money. So, it's really hard to, speak on it, because, with my situation, Jerry franchise tagged me the first time, and he was like, shoot, if you can prove it under this franchise tag, I'll pay you. So I was like, all right, cool. That's basically double dipping to me. You know what I mean? I get the franchise in, money on the back end. So, all right, cool. I go prove it. Did that, and he was a man of his word. He paid me, So it's like, I don't know what was said behind closed doors with their situation. Right. So, I can't just say, like, pay that man or, don't pay that man. It's that's their business. Yeah. You feel me?
Is that dynamic weird to have the owner be the GM? Because it seems like two different things that shouldn't be touched. And we know it's just Jerry that is in that position. But is that a weird thing that now he jumping around, he holding everything, he's there for you, and then now it's negotiation time?
Well, it might be weird to everybody else, but like coming from Dallas and being in Dallas my whole career, that's all I knew. Yeah. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't see no difference in it. The owner or the GM is,
But it's two different hats. Like you can see him as the owner And then now we got to negotiate, but now we still friends, and now we got to negotiate. It seems like a funny dynamic.
See, like, that's why I think people be getting it misconstrued. Like, you handle your business and stuff, Jerry will pay you.
Yeah, he's done it.
You know what I mean? But you got to also understand, like, he ain't in this organization by himself, you know? So, you know, he got his boys, too, you know, that tells him, hey, like, we need to be careful about this. We need to, hold on, we don't need to pay him that much, you know what I mean? But, you know, overall, through my experience, he paid me, so I ain't got nothing to say.
Each experience is individual, right? We're all independent contractors, but winning a championship is the ultimate goal. You had a great career thus far, and I know that's going to be the thing that makes you say, okay, I've done enough. Mm-hmm. How close were you, as we wrap, how close were you to hanging it up before deciding on Seattle?
I was pretty close, but, you know, thankful for my family. You know, my kids and my wife weren't ready for me to hang it up. You know, they told me, like, why not give it another try? I had an opportunity to, you know, sign with Washington. It was like, yeah, like, that's a championship contender team. And it's like, me personally, I'm not no bandwagon guy. You know, I'm not going to sit here and, you know, jump on the team because y'all have a good opportunity to go to the championship. It's more of like, well, what am I needed for? If y'all already got that type of team, like, y'all don't need me, you know? So it's all about, you know, me bringing my attitude and my personality to a team to help us get to where we need to be.
Man, thank you so much for your time, bro. It's been fascinating and exciting to watch you play thus far. Can't wait to see what you do here in Seattle.
Absolutely.
My man, thank you, bro.
You ain't want to go play them boys twice a year? So
I know,
I'm still here.
That's what I was finna say.
I mean, shoot, you know, my retired Cowboy, man.
Bro, that's zero garbage. The garbage? That's zero garbage.
Take a picture real quick.
Wait till you see me at next showtime. Wait till you see me at next showtime.
Zero hard, dog.
I like zero.
That's
He just
zero,
said about
bro.
you.
Wait till you see me in the mascot out there. You know?
No, zero hard. I think zero is amazing.
Channing a hater, man.
Yes, sir. What's up, man? What up, dog? Appreciate you. Yes, sir.
Hello.
Good to see you.
Yeah, them boys in shape. They would like keep their arms
Time
out.
go by quick, don't it? We were just in Kansas City on draft night.
Man, yes, true.
That's wild.
Just like that.
Year 3 already.
And a Pro Bowl already.
Right.
Jaxon Smith-Njigba. This is Fred Taylor. I'm Ryan Clark. It's Channing Crowder. Pivot fam, thank you for pivoting with us. Training Camp Tour Part 2. Seattle, already set with D-Law. I have a question. 'Cause I think I might have got this wrong. There's a thing called Walmart Hill.
Yeah. How you hear about that?
So, what is it?
Yeah. It's just something I grew up on, man. Walmart Hill, right next to Rockwall High School where I went. And you know, a lot of stories, a lot of work, hard work. You know, my dad would always take me there, and it's a legendary hill, you know, for me.
Yeah, like when I heard the name, I was like, well,
Yeah.
is this a spot in the store?
It's in the back of Walmart.
Oh,
yeah.
got you.
Yeah, that's all it is.
Right. Now it makes
Back of Walmart. That's all it is.
Now it makes total
100.
sense. It seems like your college career and professional career sort of parallel, right? You get to Ohio State, 5-star recruit, 2,000 yards your senior year, 35 tuds, but Garrett Wilson and Chris Olave are there, right? 2 future first rounders, and you got to kind of make your way. And then you get drafted 20th overall, but Tyler Lockett and DK Metcalf are there, and you got to wait your turn again. What has it been like, man, knowing for sure that you're the lead dog in the wide receiver room now?
Man, it feels good. It feels good. I know what my team expects from me, and I expect more from myself than anyone could, you know, put on me. So it's good. I just love playing with great players as well, and we have great players on our team. So that's always awesome. And, you know, it's great, you know, to learn from those guys, DK, Tyler, Garrett, Chris, Kupp. It's awesome. So I don't take that for granted. And but I'm excited for new opportunities, stuff, you know, I've been praying for and stuff, you know, that I've been wanting. So I just want to take full advantage of it.
To piggyback off that question, because I remember high school was easy. You were a 5-star. So that shit was...
But I wasn't a 5-star like that. Like, I was 5-star in the middle of the game, my senior year of high school. Like, playoffs.
But you were dominating.
Nah, for real.
You dominated at some point in high school. And out of high school, I was an All-American too. It's like, okay, get to college.
Okay.
Hey, this motherfucker has no superlative till he gets to the league.
Yeah.
But I ain't gonna lie. Like I got high school All-American, college second year All-American, All SEC both years. Then I got to the league and I was like, oh, these motherfuckers playing. What was that difference when you got to the league and you became a Pro Bowler? I'll give you credit. I never became a Pro Bowler. There you go. But that transition now, because we talked to you back when you were coming out, when you got drafted, and now you've been in the league a couple years, and you have showed that you belong at this level.
Right. It's been great. It's highs and lows in this thing, and I'm just blessed to be an opportunity. I always felt as myself, yes, I was a 5-star and stuff like that, but I always felt like underrated. You know what I'm saying? I always felt like I had to prove something. I feel like nothing was ever given to me just coming out of high school. I wasn't a huge recruit starting off for real. I didn't even get invited to the opening. I was last call, had to fly back, and that was going into my senior year. So, and then senior year in the middle of the playoffs, I gave them no choice but to, give me that 5th star for real.
I remember the video.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. So, and then you get to Ohio State, it's the same thing. Like, we had the #1 recruit in my class receiver. Like we got all these guys. Like, so it's just proving myself and improving, each and every day. And then the league is no different. That's who I am. I try to stay consistent. I love the work. I'm about the work, and and then everything else falls in line.
In year 3, we're here where you have to basically prove yourself. They went out and spent the big draft pick 3 years ago to bring you in, but Coach Carroll's gone, right? Geno's gone, DK is gone, Tyler's gone. It's a complete reset for you, but you do have a savvy vet and Super Bowl MVP Cooper Kupp to kind of help steer you and help develop that leadership. What does it mean for you personally, having had that reset, but now you're catapulted to the front as a guy that this team is going to depend heavy on?
Man, for me, it's God's timing. It's perfect timing, man. I think it's awesome to see, like Ryan said, how my years just kind of looks alike. Just being able to learn from these guys, and now I feel most ready more than ever. I'm excited. I feel like I'm in the right place, and it was just that off season and that time to get better and understand, that what was coming and get prepared for it. So, I felt great about it.
Hey man, time out. No, I'm not finna let this keep going. Right? You sitting here, you like, yeah, I'm just grateful, God gave me opportunity. I feel blessed. Bruh, I just left practice.
Yeah.
Like I was watching.
We saw it.
And every time you was cooking, you was getting up and you was letting people know. How much confidence though do you have at this point that not only did you have to earn the spot because you did, right? They didn't just give it to you, but that you're ready to do it. I was watching you on the field today, and you could see every time you stepped up to the line of scrimmage, you believe that you could get open and you believe that you could catch the ball. And then after you caught the ball, you let people know, I'm gonna catch the next one too. Where does that confidence in you come from, and sort of that switch you could flip when it's time to snap the ball?
Because I feel like they don't know, man. I feel like these guys don't know for real, and that's why I was telling bro, like, these guys, I got a lot, to show. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I feel ready, and I am humble, but when it's out there, I wanna let them know, that I'm right, that I'm proving myself right every single day. I put the work in, I trust it, and time to shine.
Jax, I was just asking about Coop before I let you cook, because you was cooking earlier. We enjoyed it.
Yeah.
But having Cooper, right, Super Bowl guy, I mentioned all his accolades.
Yeah.
Does that take some of the pressure off you, not having to just be tossed directly into the leadership role?
Yeah.
Like how does that relationship work?
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's a great guy to have. Defense has to account for it. And the way football is moving, the way football is changing, you see, winning teams, they got guys all over the field, So to have Coop has been great. He's like a coach on the field, knows anything, can ask him anything. He knows the answer to it. I'm blessed to have Coop. I'm blessed to have this transition, to where my career is going.
So what about now right? You have Geno, who resurrected his career in Seattle. You know, we had Geno on the show. You could see the confidence. You could see the adversity built a man to be a leader, right? Sam Darnold has had to go through that same sort of adversity, right? They didn't want him in New York. He goes to Minnesota, has an amazing Pro Bowl year. And I remember when my son was getting recruited as an underclassman, we got to watch Sam warm up at USC, and I was like, that's what it looks like. I was telling him, I was like, when you see a real one spin it, that's what it is. What's it been like sort of developing the chemistry with Sam throughout this offseason, and how do you see that playing out this year?
It's been great. I think Sam has all the tools for us to be a great team, and just the way he comes into work, you know, people follow him, you know what I'm saying? Just like you said, back in USC. So we trust him. You know, he wants to win. You know, you can see it on your teammates. You know, the guys who really want to win. You know, who you mess up, things go, like we're gonna get it right. And that's who Sam is. So we all appreciate that, and we trust in Sam, and we know, you know, he's gonna get the job done for sure.
Hey, we were watching Sam today. Sam can spin that thing.
Nah, he can spin it.
He can spin it.
He want to spin it. I love quarterbacks who want to spin it. You know what I'm saying?
He's slinging. Do you go back, because he had Jetta in Minnesota. Do you go and watch their connection? You know, to get ready. Like, am I going backwards to get forward, or forward to get backwards to see what Sam does? And now that you that guy, you're his new target.
Yeah, I watched a lot of their film. You know, as soon as I got the call, as soon as I seen it on Twitter, you know, I went straight to Sam's highlights, went straight to Jets, and to see what those guys were doing, and they had a phenomenal year, and he was letting it fly. And I think, you know, that his trust levels, you know, were there. He knew to get the ball in those guys' hands, and you know, I feel like I'm the same type player.
Which way does it go? It's kind of the same question. Does it go with, hey, bro, hit that bitch a little tighter, or does it go where you tell him, hey, I'm gonna get tighter? Like, which way does it go, or is it both ways?
I think it goes more my way. Like, I'ma, you know, do this, boom, boom, boom. Like, if something goes wrong, it's, you know, it's you know what I'm saying? It's, you know what I'm saying? He be on it. He be ready to get the ball out. So, you know, learning that, you know, that was kind of, you know, different for me, especially being, you know, number one target. You know, it was different for me. So that's something we had to learn. And I tell him, you know, okay, I know, I see what you're seeing. It makes sense. Let's get it.
Hey, Jax, real quick, just off football for a split second. Where is Nacogdoches?
Nacogdoches, Texas. Stephen F. Austin,
How close
small
is it to
D1,
Dallas?
East Texas. It's some hours away from Dallas. It's
You grew
East
up a
Texas.
Cowboys fan?
I grew up a Cowboys fan.
Yeah. So what year were you born?
2002.
So you didn't get a chance to see the Super Bowl run or anything.
He a baby, dog.
Graduated.
He's a baby.
So you didn't get a chance to see the Super Bowl runs, or maybe even
No.
our producer
Heartbreakers.
down in Dallas?
My people yelling at the TV. That's what I grew up on. People yelling at the TV. People not understanding what's going on. You know, but I grew up a, you know, Dez Bryant, Tony Romo fan. They was doing their thing. You know what I'm
Did Dez
saying?
catch it?
Say it again.
Did Dez catch it?
He definitely caught it.
I mean, we in Green Bay now.
100% he caught that.
That sounds like a receiver answer.
No, he definitely caught it. How did he not catch? He caught the ball. I think the rules with the NFL too on this catching, you know, them thinking the ball's not gonna move, you know, because it hit the ground, but you know, you still have possession. Right. I had a catch like that versus the Cowboys. I don't. That rule right there, that really. It hits home.
And as a young dog, though, like who were some of your favorite receivers coming up? If you can give me like just a handful, maybe 4 or 5.
Me just watching with my eyes, I would say Dez Bryant.
Yeah.
T.O. Watched him a lot. And some guys that, you know, really are still in the league. Like, you know, I used to, being from Texas, watching, you know, guys like CeeDee Lamb at OU.
Yeah.
There's a lot. I feel like I watched a lot of college ball, honestly, growing up.
Right.
Okay, here's my question, right? When we sat with Garrett after he was drafted, you know, when we talked about the whole rookie dinner thing, he was like, nah, they ain't finna get me like that. He told us, and we thought he was lying. He was like, man, but Jackson is the one. right? And I remember, I think you went for 1,600 when both Chris and Garrett was there. But you've had, I mean, all the way back to, bro, like David Boston and like TG, like you guys have had players. If you had to give me the 5 best Ohio State wide receivers, and I feel like you got to include Jeremiah Smith if we're just talking about it.
1,000%.
Right? Give me the 5 best Ohio State
5.
receivers.
The list is different for me. Like, we're going careers at Ohio State.
That's all I want. Yes.
I like that. So with the best careers, you know, right now, I'm putting David Boston in there. Mm-hmm. Putting Ted Ginn in there. I'm putting Chris Olave in there. Marvin Harrison and JJ.
Wow.
Yeah.
So here's the second question. This is a very important question to me.
Mm-hmm.
LSU or Ohio State wide receiver U? Now
Yeah.
hey.
Yeah.
So what we so we got, I mean, it's Jettas.
I know who y'all got.
Jamar.
I know who y'all got. Yeah.
So who you got? You taking Ohio State
Who I'm taking?
or LSU? Who are you giving wide receiver U right now?
Right now, this second, I would go LSU. This second, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to them boys. They're good, but when we talk about
All time?
wait, all time?
Nah, not all time.
All time?
Right now.
You're trying
yeah,
to change the rules.
All time?
Right now in the
Right
NFL.
now.
Okay.
Yeah, right now, yeah.
But give
Last
it
decade.
All
you know
time
what
for
I'm
sure.
saying? All time, yeah, no question.
Oh,
you know what I'm
okay,
saying? That
okay,
wasn't
my
even
bad.
something I, processed him saying. But receiver you right now, yeah, I give it to him these last couple years, and you gotta say that. But I think we're gonna have something to say about that here in a few.
Yeah. And I'm going to just throw cousin in because he's family, Santonio Holmes.
San Antonio Holmes, that's my dog.
You know what I'm saying? Just throw
He
cuz
getting that-
out there.
I know you're working on his golf
I'm gonna be honest.
out there.
No Santonio, I don't have a Super Bowl ring.
Yeah.
To me, it's the greatest catch in Super Bowl history.
Yeah, 1,000%.
For you now though, Jackson, man, like you didn't go to a school that wasn't about winning, right? There's certain schools you go to where you expect individual excellence, but team excellence is above that. Seattle created a history of winning, under Pete Carroll with Russell Wilson, LOB, Marshawn Lynch. How do you guys under Mike McDonald restore that legacy of winning?
Yeah, we just got to understand what we want and how we're going to get there. First, there has to be a clear message, and I think Coach Mike McDonald has done a great job of that. Like, hey, greats have came before us, won Super Bowls. Unfortunately, we're not them. You know what I'm saying? But we gotta create our own juice, and we have great guys with great spirits that love football. That we believe that we're going to create our own story, and we're eager to do that. And you can feel it. For me, I can feel it from the front office to the players, down to the people at the lunchroom, janitors, EQ. Like I can feel it around the building is buzzing, and I feel like that's where it starts. Lay down the concrete, and I feel like we've done that.
I love that.
Bro, it's funny. We were at practice today. I was talking to some, I would say, high-ranking officials in this organization, and they said something about like the locker room.
Brotherhood.
Like where the locker room, the brotherhood, like how it is. And then we sat down with D-Law, and he said the same thing. I ain't even say nothing about it. He was like, bro, the locker room is tight. What does that mean? What's the difference in this locker room this season?
I mean, it means everything. You know what I'm saying? Just the respect from others. We respect each other, and we have a young team. We have a young, excited, juiced up team that, we do what we preach, and we preach, have your brothers back, first and foremost. You know what I'm saying? When we out there, on the field, off the field. And, I think, just the classes stacking up, I think we've just, reloaded, and we feel like, we're going to get over that hump for real. Like, we really believe that.
Who have been the training camp surprises, or who are you most excited to see out there this year? Your teammates.
Teammates?
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like our whole defense, be rocking. I'm excited to, line up next to Kupp out there for real in real time. And Torrey Horn, a young guy. I'm excited to see K9 tote the rock this year.
Nice.
I'm excited to see.
He get loose. he get missing too.
Yeah. Nah, he get missing. I have never.
He too big to move that fast.
Y'all know I get that call all the time. Coach Pola coached me in Jacksonville.
Okay, yeah.
I get that call all the time.
Yeah.
I've talked to Kay so many times. Just an amazing kid, like Bijan, right? And he can really get to it. But he's a little bit in the shadows, being tucked away, in this market. But when they figure it out,
Oh man.
it'll be too late then because he can really go.
Yeah. He's our bread and butter, and I'm excited to see him. Charbonnet as well.
You got a new offense.
We do.
You're gonna be more on the under center.
Yeah,
a
we
few more different
old
things.
school football, with new school principles, and but old school football, we tone the rock this year.
Right.
Let's see, who stops it, and then we play off that.
Now, I wasn't involved in this because in one-on-ones, I used to just look for what tight end I can go cover because I played safety. Like the best part of practice when you have elite level wide receivers and corners is one-on-ones, right? When you get to watch that, bro, you got two of them, right? You got Reek, you got Dev. What has it been like preparing against two All-Pro, Pro Bowl caliber players every single day, and how has that made you better?
It's real action out there. It's real action at practice for real, and those guys are smart. I mean, Spoon, playing him every single day, like I'm like, damn, how many moves can I give him? You know what I'm saying? And you just forced to fight out there, and those guys love to fight, and it just gets us better, man. We really sharpen our tools. We really take practice very serious, and we practice hard. You know what I'm saying? So to have Reek being 6'4", the fastest cornerback in the league, and then having Spoon, just a straight dog, and Job and those guys, I definitely gotten better for sure.
I love that. For you, man, like we've asked, we've sat with, it's been Bijan, Brian Thomas Jr., Devontae. They always talk about goals, right? For you, you get 100 catches, you get 1,000 yards last year. I believe that's what people are expecting from you, but more. In this new role, what are some of the goals you've set for yourself?
I've set a lot of goals. I think really ultimately what I really want is just deep playoff run in a ring, you know what I'm saying? So I know that's probably
real.
a boring answer, but
That's real.
that's all, I want to get in them playoffs, man. I want to see us striving, taking the next step, and I don't really like playing caps, on what, I don't like putting out a number because, I could go past that. To be honest, I could be wrong, but, up there, I need them numbers up there, you know what I'm saying?
You're a Pro
That's how I'm
Bowler
feeling.
now, bro. You ain't got to do that shit.
Yeah.
You gotta do it all.
Yeah.
Hey, you gotta think too. The numbers he's produced on every level have been numbers that you shouldn't set goals at. Right, because it almost feels unrealistic to have done what you've done, whether it's high school, college, NFL. Man, first off, though, truly, thank you for your time. Like, I know how busy this time is, man. We're extremely grateful. This is something me and you talked about, I don't know, maybe a year and a half, 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So to finally get it done, bro, we appreciate you, man. Best of luck this year.
No, I appreciate that. Much love.
Cut the wicks, man.
I know, man. I need to grow out.
The wicks?
I needed to grow back, man. Here soon. I appreciate y'all, dog.
Hey, when I read that Walmart Hill, I was like, man, this might be wrong.
Yeah,
Like, sometimes
that's right.
Hold up, limitless. Niggas to me, got pinning it. I fought the head to witness it. Got my people feeling militant. Way I'm feeling, get me up. On the mission, get me up. Knowing me, I got the key. On the vision, I can trust. Limitless. Niggas to me, got pinning it. I fought the head to witness it. Got my people feeling militant. Way I'm feeling, get me up.